The next type of black chick is the hood rat. It's pretty much self-explanatory. I don't know if I really need to get into this. These are, of course, your females or who entertain foolishness. These are the females that people like Tommy or Crispy secretly love and admire because they give them a purpose in life. These females have a zero fucks mentality to where they are they're carefree and they live off this privilege, even if it's a self-entitled privilege that nobody can touch them. They're beyond approach. They're better than you. They cannot be approached. They cannot be lectured. They cannot be um, they cannot be tamed. Um, and granted, I'll have to put an early disclaimer in. I did not include single mom as a category for black women. They can, because any of these females can fall into the six subcategory categories that I've had, and so making black women a single mom, a personality character, it just didn't make sense to me. It didn't work. But hood rats do have that mentality of being a single mom. Granted, not every hood rat is a mother, but um, these are females who just live off of welfare, violence. These are females who are pretty much a menace to society. And I really do hate the privilege that they have of you can't tell them how to raise their child, especially if they have a boy. You see, and I really hate this. I really used to hate this back in Georgia when I see these hood rats teaching their sons how to read and write. And I've noticed this, that a lot of these hood rats will pretend they give a damn about their kids' education. But you notice how when these kids get older, these hood rat mothers, they tend to give less of a damn about what their kids are learning or even helping them with shit. You ever notice you never seen hood rats explaining to their sons or teaching their kids about science, even if it's like elementary level, like what's an atom or an element? You don't see these hood rats talking about Pythagorean theorem or um, variables and negative numbers and shit like that. They don't really know anything about that, and usually all these hood rats can really talk about is really all they can really do is just teach their sons or their children how to barely talk, to be honest. But usually when it comes to education, I do notice these women tend to show off their children when they do like simple things like get 100 for writing their name, and they will parade their son on Facebook and say, "Oh, my son is a genius. He can add and subtract two numbers." But you notice when they'll act like they're interested in school, but you notice when these kids go to high school, these you ever notice that there's no black children. I mean, there's no black parents in a part of PTA or anything, or these these teachers parent associations. They're practically a no show. They don't care. But these women will show up for their elementary school kids, and because it's the standards easier. And they really don't have a purpose in life, and this is pretty much why a lot of these hood rats, they just prop up sex, because that's really all they can do and live up for is just finding their sexual peak, and they just don't have a real purpose in life. And so it's a shame that hood rats are being portrayed as the majority of black women, even though I'll probably say they're not. But the issue is that the hood rat is such a problem to where they will act like they're beyond approach. They will act like you can't talk to them. You act and like correct them when I mean talking to them. And I'm really glad that I left Georgia. I was really sick and tired of these women doing the most, and they're creating their own problems. They're bitching about niggas not doing shit, niggas being broke, niggas ain't having cars, niggas ain't having jobs. But it's like, this is coming from a female who lives off of government checks. This is a female who has to. They just have no freaking purpose, and I'm just really tired of it. But I don't want to get too much of a deep rant over this shit. But let me go down to the next category.